to episode 11 of the 3 Counting Out podcast. We have to talk about the fallout from AEW Big Business with the debut of Mercedes Moné, and WWE is moving a little bit further down the road to WrestleMania 40 in Philly. They've announced some matches and some big things happening that weekend, pretty monumental stuff. I am the 2024 Jackalmania Men's Royal Rumble winner. My name is Era V1, and this week I am joined by 3 men that did not win the men's 2024 Jackalmania Royal Rumble. Gentlemen, if you'd like to go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am the back-to-back title defender of Jackalmania, undefeated currently, 0-2, baby. I am Fire Guy Kev, the FGK.
Well, I'm Swanee. I'm just tired and happy to be here. Did you just call yourself 0-2 instead of 2-0?
I did. I just realized that.
0-2, you heard it here first.
But I want to say this specifically because this man worked his ass off, and I think we should do a brief round of applause.
Yes.
For Jackal Joker. Everybody that's listening, go back, watch Jackalmania, because this man put in the work.
Yes. Sponsored by the 3 Count Out podcast.
45-minute barn-burning casket match that just refused to end.
Jackalmania 3 put me into financial ruin. Of course, I got Twitch subs, but now I have to pay $300,000 because we rented out the arena. Hi, I'm Jackal.
How much did the casket cost? You probably had to clean a lot of blood off that because that was a rental, right?
We tossed my grandpa out of it. We just dug him up real quick, threw him out, and used his. And I actually had to go put him back last night, so I wasn't able to get to bed till like
no, you don't.
In the morning.
His body's taken care of.
Oh,
what? No, nothing. No, never mind.
Now, did you get the casket and the ambulance in a bundle, or are those separate rentals? I feel like those would go together. That's got to be a market.
I'll get to your question in a second. Mike, who did I put in the casket then?
Oh.
Just we'll gloss over that. It's fine. It's okay.
Hey, have you guys seen Blast at all in the last few weeks?
Oh my God. Yeah, he has been missing for about 10 episodes?
So anyways, wrestling.
Right?
Guys?
We did get a little bundle deal out of it, and I guess well, if anything, I got some to open it up. You were talking about results from all of these different things. Let's quick go over the card of Jackalmania 3. What happened? We opened up Women's Rumble won by Lady Domitresk from the 30 spot. Very, very impressive showing from her.
Impressive. Very impressive.
Next up after that, the tag team match. Who gives a shit? We go to the barn burner of Jackal FGK in the world's longest casket match. People started chanting they want refunds in the middle of us doing it because the only person who got a show was that woman who got that ringside seat where the entirety of the match was held right in front of her face. She had a great time. Everybody else, not so much. And on to the men's Royal Rumble, won by Era V1. It It was a damn good night. I'm very, very glad everything kind of went off without a hitch. There was a couple flubs with Universe mode, but that's just because 2K24 hates me and does not want to see me succeed. But I guess real quick, before anything else, we can just sort of jump right into the little bit of free agency that happened throughout the course of the past week since we recorded last. The biggest thing I'm personally excited for, I got 2. Aaron Donald, now retired. Kirk Cousins, now a Atlanta Falcon. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
Called it. Yep. Knew it. Just, I figured... that guy you just mentioned, I knew he was going to go there.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Honestly, I think it was. Yep, it was written. It was written in the stars. God. Even. I feel like this is a monumental trade for both teams, and the potential is insane. Mm-hmm. Who was it again?
Kirk Cousins and Aaron Donald. Kirk Cousins, quarterback of Minnesota Vikings. Aaron Donald, the big, busted, beefy defensive lineman on the Rams. And he's so good, and I'm so glad we don't have to play him next year because he is that damn good. But Kirk Cousins finally leaving the division, I'm very, very happy about that. As well, him leaving the division he's going to be joined by Justin Fields, as Justin Fields got traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers for basically $2 and a bag of peanuts. Ooh. Pittsburgh Steelers,
you ain't kidding,
fleeced the Chicago Bears as their former first-round pick has now been traded for a 6th-round pick, I believe.
Whoa.
So the return on interest there is very lost by the Bears, but very won by the Steelers. Steelers QB room went from allegedly racist Mason Rudolph and old Ducky Hodges to now it's Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. A little bit of an upgrade, if you ask me.
And then Justin Fields,
the Bears decided to go with that. I don't comprehend the Bears move there. You're like, oh yeah, he was a 1st-round pick, 6th round, fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Take him. He's yours. Kevin, Justin Fields is the former Bears quarterback.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, because I remember I was like, you said he got traded somewhere, and you said it was blast problem. So I was like, oh, we don't have to deal with this running quarterback that Detroit can't touch for some reason.
The Steelers. He's going to the AFC North.
Gotcha. Okay.
Honestly, good for us. Kirk Cousins gone. Vikings need a new quarterback. Justin Fields gone. Bears need a new quarterback. Probably going to get Caleb Williams. But all the other teams are loading up, so we're going to see what happens this year.
I will say for the few trades that we've talked about, I have not heard any like distress from your guys' ends as Lions fans. Like, oh man, they got this guy. Like, shit, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Is there currently any trades happening or have happened where that you, as a Detroit Lions fan, are going, I am a little worried about this one in particular?
For me, as of right now, the Ravens are looking scary. And the Eagles seem like they just keep on bolstering the line. But, I mean, other than that, like, those are really the 2 teams where it's like, oh, they might have done something. Browns are doing okay. I think everybody else, like the Bears, I think are just going to probably end up drafting Caleb Williams because they're fucking morons. And then we won't have to worry about them for another few seasons as they continue to bury every good quarterback that comes out of a draft.
As far as the Lions go specifically, the Lions so far have had a very good free agency period where we've taken, I believe, cornerback 1 from Tampa Bay. We've taken cornerback 2 from the Raiders, so we are bolstering our secondary, as well as we acquired DJ Reader from the Bengals, which is essentially taking the Incredible Hulk and putting him in the middle of the defensive line, which is going to be perfect because now, whenever teams go up against the Lions, they always just say, oh, we're just going to double team Aiden Hutchinson and we won't have to worry about anybody else, and because we have the resources to be able to do so. But now when they go up against the Lions, it's like, okay, well, shit. Do we double team the Hulk or do we double team Thor? Because we only have enough manpower to do one of them. So it's a very, very good thing. However, one trade that not really trade, one thing that did happen is actually between the Lions and the Eagles. The Eagles actually said, this time there is takesies backsies, as CJGJ signs a big ol' 3-year contract heading back to Philadelphia after spending 1 year with the Lions.
Who was that? Who did we give him back?
The safety, CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Oh, we gave back Gardner-Johnson? Really?
Yep. Eagles had him 2 years ago. We had him last year, and now he's going back to the Eagles.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately, I'll take him because we need any help that we can get. So, the more people that we can get back, the better. So
absolutely.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know why you guys let him come back, but thank you, I guess. Thanks. I'm not going to say no.
He only played about, out of the 18, 19 games the Lions played, I think CJGJ only played about 4.
I thought he was in quite a few games. I thought I saw him decently.
No. He ripped his tit clean off in game 2.
Our defense last year looked like Swiss cheese, so we'll take anything we can get.
There you go.
Who is the Lions' current, or was, I guess? Who's our wide end A wide receiver defender.
Wide end.
Sorry, wrong one. He's a little skinny dude. He doesn't have that wide of an end. Who's the older guy that?
You talk about Cam Sutton?
Is it Cam Sutton, the guy who he just can't keep up with some fast wide receivers?
Yeah, we maintained his contract. Not sure why. I think we're probably going to have him as a cornerback too this year, more than likely. And
the way they made it sound is that they're kind of using him as hey, you're going to kind of be the guiding voice in the secondary. We know people can play better than you, but you know what to do.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I think I heard you guys complain about it, and I think I've heard other people complain about it, where he's good. He can't keep up with some, he can't keep up with some people.
He can cover no-name McGillicuddy, but he can't cover Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. And I want someone who can cover Justin Jefferson the best possible way.
Exactly.
That dude's stupid fast.
Another big signing that went down was Derrick Henry going from Tennessee to Baltimore, as he is now joining that scary Baltimore Ravens offense.
Which is why I'm worried about Baltimore.
Thankfully, we don't got to play him this year. The only time we'll see Baltimore is hopefully in the Super Bowl, so we'll see.
Yeah, they're building one of those teams where you can tell they were just like, fuck it, let's spend the money. We're going to try and win a championship, damn it.
Another big signing that is going down today is Chase Young leaving the Niners and heading on down to Nolans as he signs a 1-year deal for a couple $1 million down there, which is going to be fine by me because people are starting to make a couple jokes around how it's okay. You can run the ball on the Saints because Chase Young is just going to give up every other play. So you got a good chance to do that. And let's see, I'm scrolling through my little list here. Any other noticeable signings? Barkley to the Eagles. We went over that very much in depth.
What's going on with this contract tampering? What, they're not allowed to talk to Saquon directly when they're trying to strike a contract with Saquon? Is that what's going on?
It was during a certain period where it's not allowed. There's a certain dead period where that type of talks isn't really sort of allowed by the NFL, I guess is the best way to put it, because it does make no sense from, a normal person's perspective. What the hell do you mean contract tampering? That kind of makes no sense.
I was like, isn't that the fucking point of free agency? Aren't you?
to have these negotiations and
Aren't
be able
you
to sign
supposed to
new
go
players?
out there and fucking tamper with some contracts and try to...
I personally don't think much of anything is going to happen or come out of this. I just think maybe a little slap on the wrist, you lose a 6th-round pick or something like that. I don't think you got much to worry about here.
That's what I saw too, is people just being like, "Oh, they might lose a draft pick," and I'm like,
that's fine.
That's kind of worth it though. I'll lose a draft pick for Saquon. Yeah, that works for me. We should have drafted him anyway, so it's just kind of
You're basically just looking at your return, your little ROI there, your return on investment. We lose some no-name 5th rounder, but instead we're getting frickin' Saquon Barkley. I think we'll take that one.
I think anybody would. I think that's an easy one.
Let's see. Really, the only other noticeable thing that happened, at least in my opinion, was Aaron Donald calling it quits because, man, he is just such a force. Because I am scrolling through. Oh, yep. And David Bakhtiari getting cut by the Packers, probably getting sent out to New York to help cover Aaron Rodgers a little bit. Danielle Hunter going on down to Houston, beefing up that defense. I think Houston is going to be fucking scary next year. Very, very, very scary. Because they already had the offensive rookie of the year and the defensive rookie of the year, and now they have someone to put on the other side of the defensive rookie of the year with a CJ Stroud-led offense already. So I think if I'm going to do my way too early of a prediction, I'm definitely going to say Houston is going to win the South again next year and probably cause some problems on the AFC side.
They pretty much have to. That offense, if his wide receivers stay healthy, that is a terrifying offense to face off against pretty much any time. And I know they were going for a running back, weren't they? because Singletary, wasn't it Singletary? I think that he's good, but he's not great.
Well, they don't need to worry about Singletary anymore. Devin Singletary signed with the New York Giants, 3 years, $16 million. So they are probably going to be shopping around for a new running back regardless. In the linebacking core, a big one that I didn't really expect, Patrick Queen leaving the Ravens, going to the Steelers, 3 years, $41 million. Old man Bobby Wagner headed on out to the Washington Commies, that poor bastard, where the vets go to die. Good Lord. That team doesn't know how to play anybody except the Philadelphia Eagles.
Do they have a name yet? Didn't they have to rename for a fourth time or something?
I think they're sticking with the Commanders from here on out. I think. Right, I don't know. Right.
That's good, because I like calling them the commies, because it makes me think that we're just fighting communists, and
which makes that fight that much better. And I think looking at everything outside of anything sort of spectacular happening, that is basically another update on free agency. But one kind of sad thing that happened today is out of Dallas, Leighton Vander Esch ends up medically retiring because of all of his medical issues going on right now. A solid linebacker, a great pair with Micah Parsons. Really, the reason why Micah Parsons is getting the room that he has is that Vander Esch is in that linebacker core, medically retired as of today. So Dallas Cowboys taking a huge loss on defense.
Was it a specific injury, or was it just wear and tear?
I was trying to look into it a little bit, and it's all on these websites where you have to be a paid subscriber.
It's all behind a paywall. Yeah,
and I don't care about it that much, but I do know the reason he got cut from the Cowboys first, and he got cut because he failed his physical.
Oh,
so he failed that. He got cut, and then I think he was pretty much a decision let's just kind of call it quits from here. So it sucks. I always hate seeing people retire early, especially linebackers, just because they throw their body around so much. Like a Luke Kuechly, I miss him. He was one of my favorite players to watch growing up, and it's a damn shame to see someone like him retire. Just same thing with Vander Esch, and gives more spots open, like we said last week. Out with the old, in with the new.
I mean, really, the teams that have made the biggest moves: Eagles, Houston, Baltimore, and the Packers. I mean, the Lions are building finally a solid defense, but the Packers seem like they've been doing a lot of moving.
Mm-hmm.
And the Steelers are just hoovering up whoever they can.
Steelers said, okay, let's just do a complete wholesale fire sale. That was the other one that I wanted to talk about. The fact that they shipped Kenny Pickett, old baby hands Kenny Pickett, off to Tennessee for, I think, a third round and contract compensation. So basically, Tennessee has to pick up, they cover more of the contract than, what is a normal, NFL coverage or something like that. So Pittsburgh got money and a third rounder and fucking got Justin Fields for a 6. It still makes no fucking sense to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird. I'm still way too early prediction. NFC Championship, Lions, Eagles. Book it, you fucking cowards. I want to see it.
When's the draft coming up?
Sometime next month.
Okay, so coming up.
Yeah, it's
in
the corner. In
Detroit.
Oh, I forgot it is Detroit.
Live coverage.
I mean, we might have a man on the scene, man on the ground. Might be something cooking. Don't wanna say nothing just yet, but we'll see.
Okay, and then what does Detroit have to look forward to in terms of draft picks? Do we have anything promising?
Defense.
We're looking for defense, and then what is our draft pick number? First round, I guess.
28.
Oh, wow, so
22? Oh, I thought it was closer than that.
Whoa.
Nope. That is the unfortunate part about making it as far as you do in the playoffs is that you get to pick real late.
So the latest Chiefs have
the last.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Yep. That's how they kind of balance it out. If you win the Super Bowl, that means you get to pick dead fucking last.
Okay.
Looking for defense. People are thinking if Kool-Aid McKinstry falls to as far as we
Great
do,
name.
grab him. A phenomenal name. Or people are thinking that the Lions may trade up to get him because there's really no other holes we need to fill besides on defense. Maybe another wide receiver is what people are thinking. So.
Well, and we're still at the point where we could use some depth on the offensive line.
Ooh, yeah, since we did lose Jonah Jackson to the Rams. Good point.
Yeah, I do think at some point they should probably look into that instead of just kind of going like, if we have one person at each spot, that'll be fine. Right, guys? Right.
Please.
And then somebody gets hurt and they go, whoops.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a big old oopsie poopsie right there.
Turns out I was wrong. We do need somebody. Huh, silly me.
Speaking of big old oopsie poopsies, fucking picking Post Malone to pick the contract for WWE 2K24, because good lord, if I have to hear that fucking motorcycle song one more time, I'm going to rip my ears off. What did I say?
You said pick the contract.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You got contracts on the brain.
Yeah, contracts.
It takes creating one character, and you get to listen to every single song that he picked. And after that, you're just like, there's nothing else. This is it. This is all I get over and over and over.
Ride on motorcycle.
I'd rather have that than that dubstep song for 97 times.
Oh, Jesus. I don't want any of them. I'd fucking, at this point, I might be speaking crazy. I want Blow My Mind back.
No, stop it. You don't mean it.
No.
Hold on, let me see if I can give you a little PTSD real quick. Blow my mind, blow my mind, blow my mind, blow my mind, blow my mind. Does it hurt yet?
Oh, I think it's got a brain tumor. Oh, it hurts.
We that is probably to date the worst song we've ever been given. I'm not sure who chose that. Was it Cena that chose that one too?
It was Daniel Bryan.
Was it Daniel Bryan? See,
that tracks.
See? The Woody Creatures don't know music.
That tracks.
Brian Danielson just looks like he would just be listening to like hillbilly banjo music and shit. And it's like, oh, don't be picking my music for a wrestling game. Like,
please stop it, man.
They used to have such good soundtracks. What happened?
Money? I don't know. I mean, the early games, you had Power Man 5000, Rob Zombie, you had all of it. And then all of a sudden they were like, woof, man, this costs money. Let's have 10 songs that you can listen to over and 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 over again. And all of the songs, out of all of them, you're going to like one.
Yeah. Don't worry, you can listen to the shitty Def Rebel themes. So you get the fucking shitty, generic bullshit. But I mean, hey, they brought back the Rock's old theme, so that's cool. Oh, we should probably talk about that if we want to get into some wrestling. Hollywood Rock is back. They brought back his old theme. Yes. And gentlemen, I gotta say, they almost had me, but they lost me again, because it is the same old shit that we have been saying week in and week out. I feel like The Rock does really not want to be the bad guy. I just don't. I'm not buying anything that he's saying, and now he's even getting in trouble for cursing on his social media. So it's like, WWE put out a memo, because a lot of talent lately, they've been kind of taking like their social media as an opportunity to be like, well, I'm not on TV, so like they're not like outwardly being more mature or whatever, but it's just a different audience. It's a different way that they can kind of portray what they're going for. Every Friday, if you want to know what The Rock is going to say during his promo, at noon, he'll post his promo on Twitter while he's coming down from his workout. There was a video that he put up a couple of weeks ago that was like 20 minutes and then he took it down and then he put it back up with like an extra 6 minutes or whatever on the end of it. He's been doing these videos every single week, like verbatim of what he's going to say in SmackDown. The only difference is that he says fuck in those videos and he can't say fuck on SmackDown. But WWE doesn't like that, so they're telling people that they can't even curse on their social media, which I get.
I don't.
Well, I mean, it's the brand, I guess, but like, it's just that I'm not buying The Rock being a part of the Bloodline. He's not wearing the Bloodline clothes. He doesn't have the Bloodline entrance. He doesn't even know what the fucking finger symbol is. And it's like,
I mean, let's not forget the biggest part of this, though. This was never supposed to happen.
Right.
Said,
that's what I'm saying.
The Rock's going to come back. The people are going to love this shit. Cody will do it next year. The fans won't care. Oh my God, the fans are rebelling. Oh my God, we're going to lose money. Okay. Nope. This is the plan all along. Yeah. This was never the plan. This is scramble mode. We're doing the best with the shit we've done to ourselves.
Well, and I want you guys to, because The Rock has done his little musical thing before. Now think about how okay it was then and update it for 2024 where his creativity has gone out the fucking window. His voice, it seems like... Time? I don't think he mentioned crackheads this time. He just mentioned Cody Rhodes' mom and Cody Rhodes and Crybaby Cody fans. So, the usual.
Okay.
And... I don't know if it's the roids or what it is, if he's smoking crack in the back room himself, but why does he always seem like he's losing his voice when he comes out?
No, that's the roids. It's that is a side effect of taking steroids, is that everything becomes so much for your body to do because you're fucking jacked up on steroids that you can't take a full breath. So you're always perpetually out of breath. And The Rock is obviously not going natty because he's fucking massive.
What are you talking about? He said he's natty.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's totally natural. Yeah, I'm sure
he gained 60 pounds just by taking his vitamins.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a prescription for the trend that he's on. I'm sure.
Oh.
Allegedly.
It's medical.
With enough money, anything is possible. Okay.
If it's prescription, you can say you're natural.
Yeah,
probably. I don't know. I don't know how that
The
works.
Rock is natural, and Oprah lost all of her weight through Weight Watchers. Yep.
The one thing I learned from this: free my boy John Morant. John Morant did nothing wrong. Catching strays for no reason.
Every now and then you just get a little loosey-goosey with your guns. That happens.
I love... Someone put it on Twitter. I should have fucking saved it. It's the clip of 50 talking about Floyd Mayweather. It's like John Morant, he said, fuck 50, fuck D.I., fuck Eminem. And I'm like, what'd he say fuck me for? It's like John Morant at home listening to The Rock. What did he say fuck me for? You had to be there. That's funny.
That might be the greatest thing that 50 Cent has ever given us is that line. Mm-hmm. Some okay songs in the club, yeah, sure, it's a good song and all, but let's be honest here, that's where you peak.
It's so good. It's so good, and Twitter just made it funnier.
Who watched SmackDown?
I did.
Okay, besides The Rock concert,
I did.
What else happened? I haven't watched it yet, and at this point, you might as well just tell me.
It wasn't a stellar show.
Oh.
That's why he's saying up. I watched it and I still don't really remember.
Yeah, I mean, in the world of WWE right now, everything is pointing towards WrestleMania. We do have some stuff that's been announced, and I do have something that I want to talk about because I want to talk about the WWE Undisputed Tag Titles, the infamous red and blue belts that we've talked about here on the show before. How we hate that that's the case. But they're going to be obviously defended, and they're seemingly putting some emphasis on the fact that they are two belts. So I believe that we're going to have probably two teams grab the belts and split them, and they're gonna probably stay red and blue, like stay separate brands, and then eventually they'll do some sort of unification match, maybe a Backlash, maybe a fucking wherever else. I don't know. Maybe they just do it on a fucking Raw or whatever, because it's the tag team championships and they don't give a fuck about them. But that's what I got. Me personally, I think that if they don't split them and only one team gets to walk out, me personally, out of everyone that's at least been announced so far, my pick would be DIY, because god damn it, Johnny Gargano needs to win something.
Doesn't he though?
Like it's about damn time that they start giving Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa their flowers, and they've been just killing it. They've been getting a lot of recognition online too, because they've been doing like those like backstage like walking promos, you know, like ever since fucking Kevin Dunn's gone. Now they do all the stuff that we've been wanting them to do. So DIY has been getting like a lot of those promos of like walking through Gorilla, coming out to the stage, and it's just been like a really cool presentation, and I feel like people have gotten behind them. And if you're gonna have a tag team called Do It Yourself and you want people to believe in you, you kind of have to win a championship at some point. So I feel like it's about damn time for them to win.
Two things. Yes, they can win. One, goddamn, get rid of the goddamn peanut butter and jelly looking ass titles. I hate how they look. Get rid of the nickel titles. They're disgusting. Yeah. They're ugly. I don't like them. Unify them. Make them like black and gold or something different. I don't care.
Yeah, black straps for sure.
Yes. And this is, I mean, same line, but totally 180. Hey, can we talk about how everyone is now turned on Sami Zayn because Let's Go Chad Gable?
Yeah. We can talk about that. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. I thought we were all behind Chad Gable. I thought that they gave him the fucking, they let him make a fucking video. He made his kids cry on camera. I thought we were giving Chad Gable the spot here. I don't understand what happened.
Yeah, it's
it seems like they kind of gave up on Chad. I don't know.
Which is so sad because it was so hot, and then this was a great way to reignite it, and they were like, I don't wanna. Just give it to Sammy. Who cares?
Yeah, it seems like WWE, I don't know if they just don't know what to do with the IC title or what, but yeah, I mean, Sammy, you blew your shot with him being popular when you didn't have him win the belt off of Roman, and then Chad, you're like, okay, well, here's the chance to really make Chad like that name. No thanks. And it's why?
Yeah.
Why not?
So now people are hoping that it's like a triple threat.
Well, he's putting on that show, that like Kurt Angle show that everybody wants. He's doing that right now. And they're still just kind of like, oh well.
I don't get it. I mean, I would prefer Chad. The story was right there. They could have made it great, and then they were like, give it to Sammy. People are going to love that. Oh my God, the people don't love that. Maybe we're not great writers. Maybe we should have hired those guys from 3 Counting Out podcast. God damn it.
It would have been great a year ago. 365 days ago after Chamber in Montreal. Holy shit, that would have been electric to hear that pop fresh off the Chamber loss from Sammy and Roman. Oh my God, that would have blown the roof off the joint. Instead of now, it's just like, oh, okay. But the one thing I want to add is that I guess Booker's like the source for wrestling tea now and wrestling drama. He was running around on his podcast saying that Sammy was livid backstage after, like, once he saw the fan backlash. He was so pissed off. He's like, what the fuck? I thought everybody would fucking like me and this, that. And he was a little angry. He was a little upset, bless his heart. So
honestly, if you're gonna bitch and moan that long, if being a wrestler this long and being a wrestling fan, you should understand that we are a very decisive group. As soon as they start booing you, you can't be like, I'm supposed to be the guy they love. It's just, really? Have you not watched the product you're in?
The thing is, you're going to have, like, we are expecting Chad Gable to, quote unquote, finish his story, right? Like, that's what you guys are gearing up towards. That's what basically the big plan is. And then all of a sudden you're like, no, let's make him face other good guy, Sami Zayn. And he's going to lose to the other good guy, Sami Zayn. It's like, unless you're turning Sammy heel, What? Why? Why would you have a good guy face a good guy and then blow a whole story? What the fuck is the point of that? If they make it a triple threat, then I guess okay, but it's also pointless.
Because
It's basically just keeping Sammy. Well, yeah, it's basically just keeping Sammy on the WrestleMania card just because his name's Sami Zayn. You know?
Yeah, and I kind of thought that, like, I mean, obviously Sammy was going to have like an IC title run at some point, but I don't know. You know, you think of Gunther, and you think of a man who's going around chopping people's heads off and making them bleed and beating them to, you know, ground meat and making them look like they're ready to be cooked. But then, you know, can Sami Zayn even hit a haluva kick on Gunther?
Ooh,
I'm sure.
He's big.
Yeah.
Because Gunther's tall, but like...
He's hit haluva kicks, I'm bigger.
But like, it's like...
What'd you call me?
I don't know. Sami Zayn beating Gunther's undefeated... I don't know. I don't feel that one.
It doesn't.
I feel Chad Gable doing it. Fuck yeah, I feel Chad Gable doing it. Sami Zayn, it's not that I like Sami Zayn. He's great. It's just I don't, you know, I feel like that's Chad Gable's spot, especially at WrestleMania, because Sami Zayn was able to have that spotlight already when he was in Montreal. You know, he was in that main event spot. That was like, you can't get any better than a spot of that for Sami Zayn. Like, I feel like WrestleMania is Chad Gable's moment, and I thought we were all behind that. And you know, I thought, you know, since we all know WWE listens to this podcast, I thought it was written in the books for sure, but apparently not. So I don't know. I guess we need to call somebody. I don't know how that works, but
it's very much like Undertaker's streak right here. It just doesn't feel, you know, like I want a Lesnar type of character to be able to come in and end this humongous streak that Gunther had. And right now, I don't feel like Sammy is the person to be able to do so, unfortunately. Because Gable had a really good thing going, and really, like, Gable could use this to elevate himself, because I feel like Sammy, you know, I love Chad as much as the next guy, but I feel like Sammy is already on a different level compared to Gable, and Chad hasn't really had a good thing going since American Alpha, and you guys both know when that was going on. That's already been years ago at this point. So I think this, like, giving him Gunther's streak, being the person to end that, would be so huge for him and everything that he has done to get to this point, to elevate him to a higher level in the future. So that's just my 2 cents.
To me, it's just another case of, and I've said it before, and I will say it again, WWE never, if ever, strikes while the iron's hot. They get them nice and built up, and then they go, all right, you are hot. We got to get this title on you. We got to make you a big name. We're going to make you a superstar in 2 years. Okay, all right, go get them.
We'll do this for you next year. All right.
Strowman, LA Knight, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable. It's just, the list goes on and on and on and on. Sorry, main events for Roman Reigns, The Rock, Roman Reigns. Oh, you said Roman Reigns, sorry.
LA Knight doesn't even have a title match. Like, what?
No, he's going to face AJ Styles, which, don't get me wrong. So don't get me wrong. A good superstar, like they did it with Triple H and Stone Cold. You know, if you are a big enough name and you can draw, you can have a match against somebody at WrestleMania and still make it a damn good one. Like, think of the Undertaker matches against, like, what, Shawn Michaels and Triple H?
Yeah.
Those weren't the main event, but they were still great. So, I mean, LA Knight and AJ Styles has the potential to be better than most of the other matches on that card just because of who they are, and really because of who AJ Styles is.
Agreed. Fully agree. I still think
AJ Styles can put on a good match with anybody.
Yes.
But it's just, yeah, it seems like, besides for their main storyline, they're just like, you two have a match. You four have a match. We'll have 6 teams in this because why not? It seems like a lot of their matchmaking is just kind of like they threw darts at a board and we're like, okay, these two people are going up against each other now. Good luck.
Like the match on the other side, Logan, Kevin, Orton. That pairing is weird to me. I don't know. I know Kevin and Logan had a program already going, but just sort of like, hey, it's WrestleMania. Here's Randy Orton, by the way. He hates Logan Paul now.
Yeah, they started that at Elimination Chamber, which I guess I get. But then we also have Orton saying when he came back, one of his sole reasons for coming back was to take out the bloodline. And apparently that was just done at War Games. So, okay, let's throw that storyline away. And then we have Owens and Logan Paul just absolutely hating each other, going back and forth, back and forth. Now Randy Orton hates him. Okay, sure. And then you have 2 other people that could probably be thrown into this match in AJ Styles and LA Knight, but no, let's keep them separate. So instead of having the U.S. title being in like a ladder match or some other type of fun match, nope, triple threat because fuck it, why not?
Right. Instead of defending this title in a way that matters, let's make it, defend it in a way that just makes no sense. Oh, what do you guys think about the Prime sponsorship? Do you think that's real? Do you think they're actually going to put a giant fucking Prime bottle in the middle of a WWE ring? You think it's real?
I think it's real. I don't think this is a kind of work. Like, this is something that people have like commented on, like like news reports, everyone. This isn't just something where Logan Paul says, "Hey guys, I'm the bad guy. I'm going to do this." It's like, no, this is a deal that went through.
This is one of those times. Yeah. This is one of those times where I miss somebody like Mox in WWE because I know the first match on that he would just bleed all over it as a huge Prime. And we don't have that in WWE anymore.
I don't really have a problem with ads in the ring. I think just that a giant Prime bottle is obnoxious. I feel like if it was smaller and maybe like just black line work, it might look better, but it's kind of obnoxious right now.
I have
and WWE
a problem.
has obnoxious branding.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a problem with branding being in the ring. Surrounding it, fine. In the ring, not great. If you're going to do that, you might as well have Slim Jim fucking ropes.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
it's gonna get to that point.
That sounds so absurd to have a wrestler enter the ring with Slim Jim on the back of his trunks. Who would do such a thing, dude? Who the hell?
Some sort of Chad, that's who.
It's almost as crazy as getting a freak of nature and making him wear a pair of pants that's got Snickers plastered on the ass. Who would do such a thing, man? God.
Well, I get that. Then you can say you're thicker than a Snicker and prove it.
Oh, he was not, though. He is skin and bones.
The Snicker was indeed thicker.
For reference, because I don't think Mike saw this part, we're talking about Jackalmania, and Blast character looked like E.T.
Wasn't the deformed monster?
Yep.
Yeah,
I saw that. Because you're right. I unfortunately had to be an old man and sleep through most of Jackalmania. But you know what? When Blast showed that, I had to stop working and look up that part.
But as far as the Prime goes, I mean, it sucks. It looks ugly as shit. But you know what? No one's really said yet. It makes sense. Because as much as, it's still a grown man's world, Prime is very much enjoyed by a younger generation, and the younger generation really loves Logan Paul, no matter what he did in Japan on that day. And with how many, there's a reason that WWE was PG at one point, and I think all of those kids are still watching, and they know all of his subscribers are going to be watching on the podcast and everything too. So unfortunately, the thing makes sense. My little headcanon is that I don't think it's going to be there the whole pay-per-view. I feel like it may just be there for like his match at first as kind of like a heelish champion thing. And then maybe if they see that, okay, it kind of went over well, nobody hates it that much, then let's put it on the ring full time and sort of like dip their toe in the water first to see how much money they can make.
If they were smart enough, which who knows, if they just did it for his match as him being just the bad guy and like this is my ring during this match, I'd fucking love it.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's great heel work. That's a good job. But if it's the whole pay-per-view, useless.
Yeah, I think from a story perspective, having Logan Paul have like the prime ring, I think that's fucking great. I think if they're just gonna slap a fucking prime sticker in the middle of the ring for all of WrestleMania, no,
thank you.
I mean, I'm also not a fan of when they fucking make every single screen in a 20-mile vicinity have the Slim Jim logo on it. So there's that. But I get it. They got to make money. I get it. I respect it.
Also, though, what the hell do you care? You're not going to be able to see the canvas.
No, you're right. I won't. Oh, yeah. It's not my problem. That's for you folks.
It is our problem to deal with, unfortunately. God damn it.
I really want to say that I hope you guys are right in saying that, like, oh, it's only going to be for his match. Fine, he's a heel. It's his ring, but this and that. But the fact that it's for every pay-per-view of 2024 or starting after WrestleMania, either he's going to be a part of every single pay-per-view or this is a just thing going forward.
I mean, he is under a full-time contract, though, isn't he?
I know,
he just re-signed. I thought he re-signed full-time. Because originally he was only on for like limited appearances, but they signed him on full because that was when he first won the U.S. Championship. That was what made him re-sign, was they put the title on him. And then he said okay, and he re-signed.
I'm not going to work here unless I'm a champion, okay?
There was a time when they gave him the title. It was like, oh, you know what? Fine, maybe he'll get eyes on it. He's got a stupid, cute little podcast. Maybe eyes will get on this thing, but you know what? He's done nothing for that title. The U.S. title is just a piece of gold that he gets to flaunt. It pisses me off that he hasn't done a single thing for it. Because he could have. He probably could have.
Let's be honest here, Kevin. Honest, hand on a Bible, hand on the Congress, on the Declaration of Independence. Can you name me the last United States champion to do something with that fucking thing?
Cena.
Oh, yes. The one that happened 10 years ago.
Was that 10 years ago? No.
It's WrestleMania 40. He won it around in between 30 and 31, and it's WrestleMania 40. Do the math. Yeah.
Fuck, dude, we're old.
I feel like I got older with you saying that.
Aged me 20 years. Fuck.
Oof. Yeah, that one. Got a little, man. My heart's palpitating.
Yep. Wrestlemania is a decade old. Oh. Taker's streak is a decade old.
Oh.
Hey, who beat his record? Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar, because he's back for some reason.
What?
Is he?
Yeah, he's back on the active roster at WWE.
What?
Like on the website?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar is officially back on the active roster on WWE.com.
Oh man, if he comes back at WrestleMania, I don't know how to feel if that's the case.
Gross.
Yeah.
I feel like a nice warm scent running off of me, and just kind of I just feel like the color yellow,
Oh, because of Brock's piss, his heavy
allegedly,
piss. Allegedly.
unless they give me some piece of evidence that makes it pretty freaking clear that Brock Lesnar didn't do anything that he allegedly did, I would like for him to stay off of my TV. However, I understand if WWE is going, well, they haven't said his name yet. Although I think that's a very Vince McMahon thing to do, so I don't know that they would do that. But I guess time will tell. I
feel like to find out.
There's got to be something that happened recently where they're like, all right, maybe we're talking about someone else, because there's been a few, and I mean few people that have gone from that get the moniker of WWE to UFC, which I think was the thing where everybody's like Lesnar because he was the biggest, but there's like maybe four total.
They also said former UFC heavyweight champion.
We know it ain't. We know it ain't Punk.
It ain't Punk.
No, it ain't. Damn sure wasn't
King
Punk.
Velasquez.
Oh,
Well, that's the thing is, like, at the time there were Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez. Both of their contracts were up at that time, so you technically don't know if it was Brock Lesnar or Cain Velasquez, but they described them. I'm paraphrasing, but I'm pretty sure they described them as a UFC heavyweight champion and a WWE superstar. I would not describe Cain Velasquez as a WWE superstar.
I mean, he was in there for a match.
Yeah,
like,
you know what? He was in there for one match in Saudi Arabia. That's true.
That's being generous.
Yep. One blood money match.
I mean, there's no way they're gonna be like, hey, just risk it. Who cares? Maybe he's guilty. Maybe he's not. Who is this gonna bite us in the ass? I don't know.
I don't think.
Wait, here's how we know. And this is, it sounds bad coming out, but if there's a chance that anybody that doesn't look like us winning a title, Brock would come back and beat him in 18 seconds?
Yeah, Kofi and Xavier were safe for a few months. Now they're like, oh, can't win that one.
You know, New Day might be in the 6-pack tag team match, so who knows? Brock Lesnar might be.
So you're saying Brock Lesnar's going to come out and win the titles?
Fuck yeah,
Brock
dude.
Lesnar is his own tag team champion.
Yeah,
he's going to beat them in 27
Brock Lesnar's
seconds.
going to be out there by himself. He's going to just tag himself in the corner. Just.
No, bring that fucking kid back that won the tag titles with Strowman. Bring that little shit back
Nicholas? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Braun Strowman and Nicholas?
Nicholas
was
and
that
Brock
ever figured out who the fuck that kid was? Wasn't it like a referee's son or something?
No, he's Nicholas. He was just a random kid.
Oh, right. Duh, of course.
Yeah, come
Nicholas.
on. You watched the pay-per-view that was 10 hours long.
Yeah.
You got tickets to both nights, right, Era?
Oh yeah, I got tickets to a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm missing the Pat McAfee show, but I'm going to the Undertaker One Dead Man show instead, so that's worth it.
Because I think the reason that Brock is coming back is because they got nobody to induct Paul into the Hall of Fame.
I mean, it'd be pretty shitty though.
I'm just saying.
I think Brock Lesnar could be a good person to induct Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame. However,
but this should be his moment, and Brock's just gonna get booed.
That's the thing. I feel like Brock is going to take too much of the spotlight off of Heyman, and quite frankly, WrestleMania weekend in Philadelphia for Paul Heyman, you can find somebody better.
At this rate, Tommy Dreamer legit would be a better option.
I was going to say, there's a whole group of people from Philly. You know, there's 3 letters. There's a lot of people in that group. In that, you know, we would have called them a company a while ago. A lot of people from that still pretty much alive and would be way better to induct him. One of them has a podcast. You know, I haven't been to Dudleyville, but
oh well.
I don't
slipped in my mind.
I don't understand. I feel like with Paul Heyman, you need to have like multiple people induct him. You know, because he's done so fucking much. He's like he lied about how old he was to get started. He's been in the wrestling business since he was like 16. Like you need somebody to grab like Paul Heyman when he was first in. And if anyone's still even alive, then you get like Paul Heyman around ECW, then you get like Paul Heyman around like SmackDown GM days. You need you need people to like cover his times. I don't know. I feel like if they're putting Brock Lesnar back on the website just because they can, sure. I don't feel like they should have him back on TV. I damn sure don't feel like they should bring him back just to induct Paul Heyman.
I mean, I don't know what's in store for. If anything, it's going to be WrestleMania. If he's going to come back, it's going to be WrestleMania. But also, speaking of WrestleMania, back in the good old days when WrestleMania was just one night and you got one special event, not 2 nights of special events. Me and Danny just had to buy tickets for one night. Back at the good WrestleMania
33.
How does that work for this one? Like, you only can go to one night of WrestleMania, or you can buy both. Is it like you get cheaper if you buy both, or is it a bundle option, or did you just pay out the ass for both nights?
We got we're paying out the ass no matter what, but we got a bundle. So I'm doing at least WWE show wise, because there's a whole bunch of other shit happening that I'm getting out too. But I'm gonna be going to SmackDown, Hall of Fame, NXT, Night 1, Night 2, and Raw after Mania. So I will be at every show. I am not going to have a voice. Speaking of which, give us some slack over the next couple of weeks if the episode releases are a little bit weird. I'm currently buying a house, and we're about to also go into WrestleMania season. So for a podcast that has a guy that lives in Philly who handles all of the editing, who is also going to be at WrestleMania for about 4 or 5 days and then is going to be dead after that. Just trust me. All right. We'll try to put out as much as we can. But just deal with it.
He's only human, damn it.
We're going through a lot of stuff. So that's why, but I do want to talk about also, I know Mike, you wanted to talk about it too. And I feel like if Jackal and Kev, if you guys haven't watched this match, you really should, because it is, in my opinion, one of the best matches of the year so far.
Oh, dude, they just swung for the fences. Like, I mean, they ended up hitting each other so hard that they did, like the sit down stare off in the ring, and Bryan Danielson hit a bruise from like the top of his collarbone down to his nipple.
Yeah. They were hitting each other. They were
beating the absolute dog shit out of each other. And it was one of those where it got done and I was just like, how do you top that? Might as well end the show after the first match, because you can't.
I felt like they were maybe going to go with the main event just because of the fucking star power behind it. And like, I know not everyone is super familiar with Shibata, but like, he's cooking, right? Like, it's always great whenever you get to see these New Japan stars on American TV, because like they're always great, and like they just get it. And like Okada just made that shift so easily, coming over to AEW and working like American TV wrestling. It's just a different kind of way. But Danielson versus Shibata was like prime. Like, I felt like I was watching like Wrestle Kingdom, like it was just so good.
I'll have to check that one out. I'm sure I could find that one fairly somewhat easily.
Oh yeah, the sit down spot that Mike's talking about, that's been like all over TikTok. You could probably find that, but they were just fucking wailing on each other. It was a hell of a match.
Yeah. And then on the exact flip side of that, we had Darby Allin decide to do Darby Allin things and shatter his own foot on Wednesday. So, the balance
no longer
that is
climbing
AEW.
Everest. Yep, Everest has got to wait a year. Surprise, surprise. How did he even shatter his foot? I didn't. Where
so he did one of his typical. He was on the top rope. Jay White was outside. He was on the top rope. Jay White was outside. He decided to do his little flip off the top rope and landed foot first, and just turned it into dust. And then instead of going, hey, we should probably call this off, he went, I'm Darby Allin. Let's keep on going for the rest of the match and a post match beatdown. So I mean, he was on a destroyed foot for 25 minutes.
I like knowing now for future reference whenever Darby has to get checked out by the trainer and they go, hey Darby, so how you feeling? I'm Darby Allin. Okay. How's the foot though? I'm Darby Allin. All right, I know. Okay. Do you want to keep going? I'm Darby Allin. Okay, Jesus, Darby. I know. Darby, do you want to go to Everest? I'm Darby Allin.
Well,
okay, we'll sign you up.
Okay. He's fallen off so many things that at this point it's a lot of head trauma. It's all he's got left.
Well, the fact that like one of his typical moves is what took him out when he decided to throw himself through a pane of real fucking glass 2 weeks before that, and all he got was some cuts and bruises. And then he's like, no, flip off the top, shatter my foot into 1.5 billion pieces.
Well, it's like Adam Cole. He jumped off the ring and shattered his ankle into 1 billion pieces.
He didn't even jump off the ring. He jumped off a ramp.
Yeah, like it's always like the stupid
the old
shit.
man broke himself.
Everybody gives AEW all of these fucking. Everybody gives them shit for fucking glass flying at people in the front row. Nobody gets hurt. Darby Allin jumps off the fucking ring, and all of a sudden he's shattering his foot. Like,
yeah. Which means matches are going to be at least a little bit safer for the next couple of months, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. You gotta get less glass on the card for sure.
Yeah.
Still fire though. That people are still doing flaming tables. I like the flaming tables are coming back. I've been seeing them on my Twitter. I don't know if I've just been missing something or if the algorithm's catching up or what. But let's light more people on fire. That's fun.
Here at 3 Count Out Podcast, we endorse people getting lit on fire.
Well, I thought we were going to see more fire because the House of Black has fire in AEW now, but now they've been beaten by a fucking. I don't even know who the infantry is, but they're out now. We're this shitty fucking AEW Dynasty Tag Team Tournament. This shitty tournament. Have you guys seen this lineup for this tournament?
No.
This fucking tournament sucks. Let me pull it up.
You broke Jackal, by the way.
What did I do?
You held that for just a little too long to trick my brain. My brain is just so fucking fried after Jackalmania. After they said, the Hounds of Black, they lost to the Infants. I thought that was their team name was the Infants. I didn't know it was Infantry.
Yeah, it's the infantry. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Hold on, I'm trying to find.
He's got Big
imagine.
Baby on the brain.
Okay. Yeah, he's got Big Baby on the brain.
AEW.
All right. Here's AEW. Now keep in mind, I usually like AEW's tournaments. All right, I'm not one to shit talk Tony Khan's booking often, but this just makes no sense. I don't fucking get this. All right, we have some good ones. You have some ones that like. These are established tag teams like the Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, right? Like you know who the Best Friends are, and then you have like Don Callis.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, and we know his group, but then it's like
real quick, the one dude that's not Trent Beretta. What's the other dude's name that's always hurt?
Oh, Dolph Ziggler.
No, he has a belt in TNA.
Kevin Nash.
What you talking about?
No,
you talking about Chucky T?
Oh, Jungle Boy.
Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor.
No, he's swearing in New Japan right now.
Yeah.
No, Chuck Taylor. Chuck Taylor, I think I have seen Chuck Taylor wrestle 3 times in like 8 years because that man is perpetually a walking injury. Meanwhile, Trent Beretta just keeps on getting more shredded. He's just becoming a singular ab. And Orange Cassidy's just out there doing, Orange Cassidy things. Yeah, no, I mean, it seems like every time they show Trent Beretta on TV, I'm like, oh, he's gotten skinnier and he's more ripped. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, no, and they're going for, but they're not going for like a tournament spot. They're going for a wild card spot.
Well, sure, because why not? That makes sense, right?
Right. No, why not? No, instead, your tournament spot, you're like the fucking Young Bucks versus Private Party, which I mean, I guess now that Private Party's back, I like that. But like, why put the Young Bucks in there? They just aren't they still the number 1 contenders? Are we still doing that? They just had their shot. Why are they don't need to be in a tournament to like, why you could use that so much better. Instead, they want to waste a spot. They want to waste a spot with fucking Top Flight so they can tear an ACL again or whatever.
It's going to be at a pay-per-view, so they're going to do like they did last time and like blow out a whole arm or something. I don't know.
There's not even a Blackpool Combat Club on this tournament. Like, what's going on? You got
Blackpool Combat Club is now feuding with Beans. I had it. I lost it.
Club.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's how much that feud means, Mike. That's how much that feud means. That's what I'm saying. You got here's the full list. You got Young Bucks, Private Party, Undisputed Kingdom, Best Friends, Don Callis and his fucking cronies. You got Ricky Starks and Big Bill, which I don't fucking want them as a team to begin with, and now they're lost the titles. They shouldn't be a team anyway. Even if a fucking cool team name, go away. Go fucking find another Enzo More wannabe. You got Top Flight. I don't know why they're on this tournament. FTR. They don't need to be in a tournament. And you got fucking Infantry and House of Black. And for some reason, Infantry is winning. And I don't understand why you didn't push House of Black. And I feel like this tournament just overall is lacking the star power that AEW has right now. There's no Penta. There's no Pac. The Pacs just came back. What? Where's Death Triangle? What's happening there? Like none of these are being followed up on. It's just like, just throw a tournament together, get some fucking merch sellers in there, get some jobbers in there. Like, why? Why are we filling it with these mid-card guys?
I fully throw my hat in the ring of getting Tony Khan off the fucking creative team, because at this point, good lord, dude, I have not been watching as consistently as the both of you, but just hearing your frustrations and knowing what's going on behind closed doors, or sorry, I shouldn't say that, not knowing what's going on behind closed doors, I think it is high time that he steps away from the writer's room and transitions into a business role, in my opinion, but we all know that's not going to happen.
But he's got such big ideas in Winnipeg next week.
Another announcement. Oh, yippee, I can't wait.
And there's stuff happening behind AEW closed doors anyway, because apparently Mercedes Moné has pissed a whole bunch of people off. She showed up. She showed up at Big Business. Well, yeah, because we talked about it last week. She already wants to go back to WWE. She came out. She cut her generic "I'm an AEW" promo. I'm home, even though she's never been AEW before. And then she, like, I mean, I get it. I get it that you're like, hey, go out there and be on TV. And it's like, well, what do I talk about? I just got here and I haven't punched anyone yet. It's like, I don't know, just go say, like, I get it. But like, she's already backstage, like, I want to go back to WWE and finish up my run there. And it's like, yeah, we all wanted you to go back to WWE. Why are you in AEW right now? Like, why are we doing this?
For the award for probably worst opening segment of somebody coming to a business ever, like, it seems like after the first 2 minutes, you can go back and watch it. It seems like after 2 minutes, she had no idea what to say. Which, if this is any indication of how her run is going to be, fucking woof.
Mind you, she also not going to be Charlotte Flair money, and she can barely do this.
But so legitimately, during her speech, she just, like, it seemed like she stopped talking because she didn't know what to do. And she's just like, I'm just so happy. Thank you, fans. It's great to be here. Thank you, fans. It's so fun. I'm going to do great things in AEW. And it's like, what? Did you not know what to say? So was somebody feeding you lines and there was a delay? What's happening? Use your mouth.
The cue card guy forgot to turn over.
Yeah. She's going, I can't read that far. There's a coffee stain on that line. I don't know what it says.
I can just imagine at the fucking AEW recording, Sasha Banks is going line, and then the camera pans over, and it's the fucking dumbass from the first Shrek with the cue cards at the end of the movie. Pick number 3, my lord. He's like, you want to go back to WWE? That's what you say, Sasha. You did it. You're the great. I mean, they're not Down syndrome. That's just how he talks. Go watch the movie.
Glad you put that reference in there.
Yeah, they don't have Down syndrome. They're just British.
That I will put my name on.
There goes that British fan base we had.
There's no British people that listen to it. It's fine.
It's my thing. I've heard someone say this about Sasha Banks, is that the best thing about Sasha Banks is her rabid, delusional fan base on Twitter. That's it.
She has a fan base?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
One.
You don't use Twitter, and they're on Twitter, so that's why you know that they're not there. So if you disagree with them, they are going to come for you in the worst way possible, because, yikes, it is scary talking to some of those people.
Well, and she wants Charlotte money, and it's like, what have you done to get Charlotte money? What have you done?
I don't even know why they give Charlotte money.
That's a good point.
Because her
Yeah.
last name's Flair.
Well, I mean,
That's true.
she did tear her knee to smithereens, so I mean, right now she's not doing anything. But like for Sasha, she went to the Indies,
Yep.
won a belt for no reason,
Yep.
got injured,
Yeah.
left that company high and dry, and now she's in AEW, where I'm assuming they're going to put a belt on her just because of her name, and she's going to do nothing with it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Give her
Yeah,
$1 billion
Or-
right now.
Yeah, she'll be the TBS champion for like 6 weeks, probably.
Well, that's unless, because if you look at her history, unless she gets injured and blows out her knee or her back or whatever again, and she's out for another 8 months. Because
Sasha Banks, the Kevin
again,
Nash of AEW.
well, I mean, she was like that in WWE, where it's like Sasha Banks becoming champ. Oh, she's injured.
Mm.
Well,
There was a reason why she's so good at tag team wrestling. You know, it's less strain on your body. It's a little bit, you
'Cause
know.
Bayley
I
could
mean,
put
not
in
that
all
it's
the
any
work.
hard. Not that it's like easier. You're still going out there and taking bumps and stuff, but you're not going out there for a full 60 minutes or whatever. You know.
well, yeah, she had a teammate that could put in all the work instead.
Yeah, too.
I mean, you're not wrong though.
Well, gentlemen, you got anything else you want to talk about? We're coming up on well past that hour mark. But now we're coming a little bit up on that 8 o'clock. You got anything else?
I will say real quick, breaking as while we were recording the podcast, Woodward Sports on Twitter, breaking news, the Detroit Lions sign offensive lineman Kevin Zeitler from the Baltimore Ravens to a $1 million deal to bolster an already impressive offensive line.
One less weapon for the Ravens.
Very, 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 very happy about that, because Kevin Zeitler is a scary offensive guard, and he is going to fill that Jonah Jackson role very well to add much, 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 much depth to the line and hopefully bolster the run game already. And that is a very, very good move. So I'm even more excited about the offseason so far. But in regards to wrestling, trying to rack my brain here, can we talk about how pretty Tiffany Stratton is? Good Lord, I love her.
Yeah, you're a Tiffany Stratton
all I
fan.
wanted to say.
It's Tiffy time all the time.
It is
Tiffy
big
time.
Tiffy time
It
for
is.
me, dude. Mm-hmm.
It is
I can't
Tiffy
wait
time.
to do some couple predictions next week as the WrestleMania card starts to set itself out, because I think at this point we are 2 weeks or 3 weeks away.
3 weeks?
From
Mania? I'll say we're about 3 weeks away.
yeah,
Yeah, it
3.
is. It is.
'Cause
It is
it's
right around the
the-
corner. Yeah, because
Is
we
it the
have.
7th of April?
Well, yeah, night 2 is the 7th, so it will
Oh, so the
be.
6th and 7th. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I guess let's think about it this way in terms of episode releases. So we'll have 2 more episodes before WrestleMania.
Very nice. Very nice. So maybe we'll save the Preds. We'll save the Preds for later then. I thought we were a little bit closer. That's my
Well,
bad.
I mean, hold on. It's a multi-day
fault.
event.
That's all
We can do multiple. We can stretch it a little bit. Oh, we can. You know. Listen, man, we gotta bank some episodes. You know what I mean? So
You're right. We should do something out of the blue. Let's talk about March Madness.
yeah, we'll do a 4-part WrestleMania. No, we won't.
This just
But no,
in.
we can
the
talk about it
USFL
next
is
week.
starting in 2 weeks.
Finally.
Oh, great.
Oh my
Another
God.
thing for Dwayne to be on my TV about.
But no, I'm good. My plate's clean.
Maybe they'll let him say fucking USFL.
He owns it. I think he just tells himself he can say fuck there.
Well, he also owns.
Dwayne, you can say fuck. Thanks, Dwayne.
Yeah, he just looks at a mirror. You can say fuck.
You're awesome, Dwayne.
Thank you, Dwayne.
I know, Dwayne. Natty Dwayne, always Dwayne.
Of course. Well, if you've enjoyed this episode, go ahead and like and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify, go ahead and drop us a follow. And if you've listened this far, it means you can rate the podcast as well. So leave it a 5-star rating. It really does help out. And of course, share it always with your friends. If you like me, my name is EraV1. You can find me over at twitch.tv/EraV1. I also post music over at youtube.com/@EraV1music.
Mike usually goes next.
I don't have anything. I'm just here.
That's
Mike's
fair,
always
Mike,
happy to be here.
Mike's here.
I
And
am.
Mike's everywhere. I am FGK Fire Guy Kev. You can find me at youtube.com/FireGuyKev, where you can find all of these fun upcoming videos that I have planned that just finally are getting off my plate now that I'm editing a lot more. You can find me on Twitch as well, but let's be honest, you don't have to.
If you enjoyed my content, you can find me at twitch.tv/JackalJoker. But if you didn't enjoy my content, you can find me at twitch.tv/Lions Fury. That is Lions Fury on Twitch.
LYONSFU.
Gotta spell it out for him and everything, too.
We gotta make sure they know where to go. Drop a complaint. He wouldn't see it anyway.
Lions Fury. No, he won't. Okay.
We'll have to bring him back once football starts. Something.
There you go.
He'll be watching the USFL.
Really?
I don't know. He's gonna. I mean, who really has the time?
As a USFL person.
No.
I'm gonna watch it. I am going to watch it just because I want football on my TV.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike.
Well, hey, good for you.
So I'll be able to be like, one of those teams from Houston beat a team from Alabama, and you guys are gonna be like, who cares? And I'll be like, you know what? Fair point.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't know why you guys are looking at me. I'm not taking the pin this week. Stop looking at me. I'm not doing it.
No, but you have been outside the ring for 8, 9, 10. Now it's a one-on-one.
Oh, the count-out part!
Now it's a one-on-one.
Are we counting that?
That's a count out.
No.
We're 3 counting out, not 10 counting out.
I mean, it's a count out.
It's got to be.
Hey, dude, he's
come on,
got a 5
Jackal just got put in a casket last night. We can cut him some slack.
Man.
We can cut him some
My
slack.
brain's a
You know
little
what?
frazzled.
You know what? Actually, you know what? While we're here, I got something to talk about because I am the 2024 Men's Jackal Mania Royal Rumble champion. And I gotta say something
10 times
here.
fast.
I'm not gonna say that 10 times fast. I'm surprised I said it 1 time fast. I gotta say something here because I feel like, WWE, this usually entitles you to a main event at WrestleMania, but I feel like maybe with Jackalmania, perhaps, maybe we can get the coward to drop the title here. I know he put Jackal to rest. All I'm saying is, I want next. Whether it's Kev, whether it's Jackal, I don't care. I want next because I feel like now that I've won this, I'm fresh in line. So all I gotta say is, hey Kev, just do me a favor. You see that over there? You see that guy in the crowd with the sign over there? You see that? You see that guy? Surprise roll up! I got the pin!
1, 2, 3, and there it is.
Yeah, there we go.
It wasn't me for once.
Nah, you got put in a literal casket last night.
Yeah, I had to bury you. So I'm still alive.
Buried alive match next.
Last night.
Oh fuck, buried alive match next.
Buried alive.
Yeah, I'm
got
going back.
eliminated first. God damn it.
I already have it set up. I'm watching all of Jackalmania tomorrow because I want to see this match. Yeah, I want to see the masterpiece.
Oh, it's 45 minutes of them fighting in one corner.
It went on for so fucking long, a lot longer, because our stupid AI kept closing the fucking casket because we bashed each other's faces on it.